Welcome to Part 3 of Mobile and the Modern Consumer. I'm Angela Kaysen. This presentation was written with my business partner Boris Bauer. We started Tempo Strategic in 2010 to help companies get up to speed online and give them the practical support they need to take full advantage of emerging technologies. Part 3 will get you up to speed on mobile websites, why you need one, how consumers use them, and how to make yours effective. In order to reach consumers on their mobile devices, you need a functional mobile website. Why? 20% of mobile shoppers respond to a bad mobile site by completing their research or purchase, but vowing to never return to the site in the future if they can avoid it. 18% simply abandon your site for another brand's site. And 62% of mobile users leave and say that they're going to come back later on a PC, if they remember. So if you haven't got a mobile site, you're losing mobile customers. What makes a site mobile? The general idea is that you want people to be able to navigate without scrolling left or right. It also helps to remember that on a smartphone they're navigating by finger, which is way bigger than a mouse pointer. So if you have action steps, make the buttons big enough and far enough away from each other that the user doesn't hit the wrong button. Everybody hates that. Make sure the look and feel echo your online site, so the consumer knows it's you. The strategic question to ask yourself is, what does the consumer want to do on my mobile site? As we've learned, mobile site users have very practical goals. They're seeking specific information. She's not going to read your CEO's biography in the grocery aisle. What does she want? Here's what Google and the Mobile Marketing Association found. 67% of consumers will use their smartphones to find store locations. So if you're a retailer, tell them where you are, link to Google Maps, and give them directions. 59% use their phone to compare prices, usually on retail sites. Does that make sense for specialty food? If you're in a highly competitive market, it might. 51% obtain product information, again from product websites. How could you use this? Well, with all the allergies and weird diets out there, shoppers are always looking for more detailed information. If your package just says milk in the ingredients, for example, your mobile site could specify whether it's sheep, goat, or cow, organic or not, RBST free, 1%, 2%, whatever. 41% of smartphone users say that they're looking for coupons. We'll go into some of the issues with that later. 40% use their mobile phones to scan barcodes to get product information, and 35% to access social media, because that's how they're making purchase decisions. This gets really interesting when you look at it by gender. 24% of women use their smartphones to take product pictures. 22.3% call or text a friend or family to ask about a specific product. 20.2% send product pictures to friends and family. How can you use this information? How about adding a Pinterest app button? It will increase awareness and drive traffic to your site. Or why not think about your packaging as a social media starter? Could you ask people to take their pictures in store with your package? Could you encourage them to share? Here's what the guys want. 20.4% scan a product barcode, 14.1% compare prices, and 10.9% research product features. Make sure your mobile site lets them find the product features information quickly. This data, by the way, is not specific as to the type of store or purchase, so please keep that in mind. Now let's look at some ideas for mobile content. Based on what consumers want, think about how you can be generous, charitable, fun, helpful, and/or informative. All these ideas can be linked from a QR tag to your mobile site to make it easier for users to access. Be generous. That's easy. Everyone loves a coupon. Be charitable. Suntory did a great cause QR campaign, which takes you to a mobile site where you can offset 100 grams of CO2 once a day and enter a lottery for cash prizes. Keep in mind that, like search, not all scanning happens in store. 42% of scans are on product packaging, and most scanning takes place at home, 57%. One brand took advantage of this to be fun. Crunchy Nut cereal from Kellogg's extends their It's Morning Somewhere campaign with a QR tag that takes you to a different location around the world where it's 8 a.m., time for breakfast. Depending on the time of day that you scan, you go to a different place and see a video relevant to that part of the world. This is a great way to get people to go back to your package, which will always increase product consumption. And if you haven't seen this, it's just wonderful. Guinness put a QR code on the glass that only reads when the contrast of a proper Guinness is poured into it. If you pour in a wimpy light-colored beer, you can't scan it. Be helpful. In a wine promotion for Christmas, Constellation Brands use QR codes on freestanding inserts, bottleneck hangers, and other point of purchase. The QR code went to a custom website with party planning aids, a promotion page, and pairing suggestions. Be informative. 73% of the scanning audience looked at product information. A Mintel study of moms found that more than half of moms who have children younger than 6 years old said that they question how safe things are for their children to eat, use, and wear. 33% are paying more attention to the content of the food they buy. So what could you tell mom to make her trust you more? Ingredients, sourcing, your mom and pop story? If you're either generous, charitable, fun, helpful, or informative, you can be sure you've got content worth looking at. And what if you're a retailer? Why not link your website to QR tags to help inform your shoppers? How about in the produce department? I was in a small chain grocery store and saw Savoy cabbage. I'd never bought it. I wasn't sure what it tasted like or how to fix it. There was no one around to ask, so I Googled it. There's Zmod in action. I got a description and a recipe, so I bought it. But wouldn't it have been nice if the store had had a QR tag that led me to the information? They lost an opportunity to be my source of information and reinforce their own expertise. So now you're up to speed on mobile sites, why you need one, how consumers use them, and how to make yours effective. Want to learn more? Part 4 will get you up to speed on apps and mobile promotions, including mobile coupons, geofencing, and near-field technology. Thanks for listening. Please go on to Part 4.